What's up, YouTube? It's the Hood Trucker Fitness Channel. We talk everything fitness. And today, I got to give you the update. Feeling good back in Cali, right? We got a layover and to get some stuff done to the truck. But I've been taking care of business. And I looked in the mirror this morning. It's going down. It's going down. Literally, it's going down. It still got a little bit there, but it's going down. As I may have mentioned in the past, I got an umbilical hernia. It's actually starting to stay in because sometimes it pops out. It's actually starting to stay in. Everybody's been telling me to get surgery on it, but I read some stuff. I can't really find it anymore, but I read some stuff that if you lose weight and you do certain exercises, you might be able to fix it. So I'm not like, I heard a bunch of stuff about the surgery and I'm not a big fan of it, so I'm gonna try to do it naturally. Yeah, everybody's telling me to go get the surgery, but I'm hard-headed. I don't really listen a lot of times. I try some stuff. If it works, fine. If it don't work, then you gotta try something else. I tried, as far as the weight loss go, I tried like calorie restriction. I tried a bunch of different things, keto, variations of keto. I'm really happy about any of it because, it's really restrictive, and you gotta be, bottom line, just gotta be restricted. I mean, I like to drink beer. I like to, eat cake sometimes, and might have a candy bar here and there. But my thing is this: I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to lose weight in a way that it's not restrictive. Like, I'm not beating myself up if I go to Thanksgiving and I chow down on a bunch of stuff. Life is meant to be enjoyed. I don't want to restrict nothing. So, what my theory is, and what's been working so far, now again, it doesn't happen overnight, but it's slowly but surely it's working. I can feel a difference in my clothing fit. I'm almost about to jump down to mediums now. It's big medium. But I've been noticing that I can wear an undershirt. I wear larges. This is I think it's probably a medium, but it says large, I think. But it's, sometimes you go and get shirts and they fit different. But I'm about to move down to these mediums in a minute. I mean, it's not far away. So, it's working. And I'm going to tell you what it is. It's really not that hard. It sounds like a lot, but it's really not that hard, right? So stay tuned. The secret is to get your ass up and exercise. Seriously though, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. as you saw, I tried keto, and then it was too restrictive. I got started eating carbs again, and I blew back up again. Because what keto does, is it sucks all the water out of your body. A lot of times you can't sleep, especially in the beginning. A lot of times you're dehydrated. I mean, you gotta stay on top of that. Now it works because it drains all the water out of your body, and you do burn fat. But the second you go to somewhere and eat too many carbs or whatever, like try to enjoy yourself, then you're gonna go right back to where it was, and you saw in the picture that's exactly what happened. But I'm doing it more traditional, and I'm finding out a couple of things. First, that the diet is just as important as the exercise. Now, I don't mean diet in the traditional sense, as in being restrictive. The only thing you really need to be restrictive about is the sugar part. If you can cut a lot of that sugar out, because if you look at your diet, if you're overweight, you're probably eating a lot of sugar. I have that problem. I love sweets, and it's a problem, and I struggle with that every day. But if you can curtail that, you're a lot better. The other thing is this. This is a leader. The first thing in the morning, and I don't drink Aquafina, but I just happened to not have any water that day, and I bought some, so I pour my own water in this. And what I do is, before I go to bed, I fill this up. And first thing I do before I do anything is I drink. This is a liter. I drink a liter of water. That's because when you exercise, you're tearing down your muscles, and your muscles need to rebuild in order to stay. Your muscles need water, and in order to stay hydrated, you got to drink water. Especially, I take creatine. Especially if you take any supplements whatsoever, protein, whatever. If you're eating a lot of protein, or as you should if you're doing a lot of exercise, because your muscles need protein to repair. They also need water, and you got to drink a lot of water. So, and you'll find that it helps. I did some research and found that when you're dehydrated, you especially at my age, almost 50, your belly gets bloated, and there's a lot of stuff going on when you're overweight with your belly. For example, in the partial exercise video in this video, you can see that my belly kind of looks a little bloated while I'm doing the squats, and that happens, and it's because some chemical stuff going on in there that happens when you're overweight, or you have a little bit extra fat around the gut. I mean, I don't want to get into it, but it's a lot of chemical stuff, and your body changes, and then what happens is that when you exercise, it gets bloated. Once you start to bring your fat percentage down, it should stop happening. So, haven't gotten there yet. I'm still on the way. This channel is like 4 months old, and when I really got serious, I started this channel. So we're about 4 months into it. I'm seeing a little difference, in my belly area, and in my whole physical makeup. It's not happening as fast as it did the keto. So I have to keep in mind that it's not going to happen that fast. I'm willing to, for me to get to where I want to get to, it might, in my back of my mind, it might take a year, because not only is your body not moving when you want it to move, but you're going to be struggling with the diet. Especially if you have a horrible diet, you're going to struggle. You're going to mess up, you're going to struggle. Just like, when you go to AA, they tell you relapse is a part of it, and sugar, you might as well say it's a drug, because, it's hard to break away from that. My thing, or like, candy bars like, you know, Reese's and you know, stuff like that. You know, stuff that stuff that basically makes you feel good. You eat that candy and it's so good, right? But it's not good for you. So that's the struggle. But here's the thing. I kind of developed, like, over the last 4 months, I've been trying a lot of stuff. I've been trying, most importantly, I've been trying not to get hurt. But I've been trying a lot of stuff, and I'm finding out a lot of stuff. So basically what I'm finding out is that you can't, under no circumstances whatsoever, can you beat squats. And as I say squats, I mean a lot of squats, right? So what I've worked up to is 1,000 squats twice a week. And that may seem like a lot, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. But it's really not. Because when I started doing squats, I started at like 250, 300. And I just, you know, I think I did maybe 10 sets of 25 or something like that. And it was a killer. Because I'm like, you know, I was an athlete back in the day, but that was a long time ago. It was a killer. So I started with that, then I worked up, you know, got up to 500, then I got to 600 or 700, and then, you know, just progressively worked up. I didn't know my goal was going to be 1,000, but it turned out to be 1,000. So that's my benchmark. So now I worked up to 1,000, but I was doing 40 sets of 25, and then eventually I flipped it to 25 sets of 40. So and now I've worked it up to 13 sets of 75, and 13 times 75 is 975. So I'm 25 short. So the first set is 100, and then I do 75 for the remaining 12 sets. Ultimately, my goal is to do 10 sets of 100. And, you know, once I do that, I'm in the game. So then I'll continue to do that. You got to be careful because in some of my previous videos, like I was getting like almost pulling. I pulled my thigh doing weighted squats, and you know, it was painful, and I had to stop doing squats for a while. So I'm not doing weighted squats right now. I'm just doing a ton of them. So by the end of the workout, I'm pretty much spent. Now this last time I was tired, but not as tired as I had been. So what that tells me is I need to step it up a little bit. So on the next go around, I'm gonna try to do 10 sets of 100 and see how that goes. Now I'm doing 2 minutes between each set. So I'll do 75, wait 2 minutes. I'm gonna do 100 next time and wait 2 minutes. It's not only cardio, but it's, you know, it's also attacking a little bit of muscle building. Now it's not weighted, so it's probably more more cardio than weight training or any type of muscle thing. But then you're using your own body weight, so it's kind of like push-ups, and how that relates to muscle building, stuff like that. But when I wake up in the morning, my stomach, like, especially after I drink the water, my stomach just like it wants to shrink. Like it's, yeah, let's get out of here. So that's why I said that if you can do 1,000 squats twice a week, you'll be in the game. And then cut the sugar out. Try to tailor, tailor your diet to more of a protein-based, more of a healthy fat-based type of a thing. Like I got a sandwich from Subway right now. I get the spicy Italian. I put avocado on there, put all the veggies on there. They got the bread, which if you can try to cut that out, that's awesome. But you got the bread, and then, but you're doing a lot of cardio. I mean, because 1,000 squats, do 1,000 squats and then tell me it ain't a lot. After a while, it won't be as bad as it was, but that's a lot. And then you do it twice a week. But you also work up to that. You don't just jump off the cliff and try to do 1,000. Just do what you can, and then try it every time. You make some improvements, make some adjustments, push yourself a little harder. If you gotta wait 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes between each one, that's fine, because you're gonna work it out. Like you're gonna progressively step that thing up, right? Do what you can do. Don't because I'm doing 1,000 twice a week. That's 2,000 squats a week. Don't say, well, I'm not doing 1,000 or whatever the case. Just work up to that, because I worked up to that. I've seen these plans on YouTube, 100 a day. No, don't do that, because you do 100 a day, you're not giving your legs a chance to recover, and you can injure yourself. You could, whatever. It's just not good. You need to murder them things and then let them recover. Murder them, let them recover. So I do that. The schedule, I've even built myself a schedule. So on Mondays, I'm doing squats, and Thursdays, I'm doing squats. Tuesdays and Fridays is pull. Anything pull. So that's curls, that's bent over rows, anything of a pulling motion, and that's Tuesday. So pull Tuesday, Friday, push. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Tuesday, Friday is pull. Wednesday, Saturday is push. So that's push-ups. That's those flies. Anything pushing. The dumbbell presses, all that stuff. Anything that's a push, back arms, all of that. Anything that's a push. So that's Wednesday and Saturday, and then Sunday I'm taking the day off. Throughout that, you work on your abs. When I pull that bench out, abs got to go with it. So I'm trying to develop a couple of different things. So abs are going to be with it. That's probably going to be the first thing I do. If I feel like jumping in and doing something else in the meantime to kind of shorten it up, when you shorten up the workout, you intensify the workout. So you could take an hour workout and condense it down to 30 minutes, and you're gonna be in that thing. So that's what I try to do. I try to condense. So once I get it figured out, I try to condense. And that's where we're at. So we're working Monday through Saturday, and we're taking Sundays off. Now, it doesn't always work out that way. For example, yesterday was Thanksgiving. I did my squats, however, but I kind of I screwed up the diet, because my sister made me some Thanksgiving food. I was on the road, so I didn't have a chance to observe Thanksgiving traditionally, so I was in the truck. So after I did the squats, that post-workout meal was that Thanksgiving stuff. So I had some pie and I had some ice cream and all that, but I did the squats. And then today is Friday. I'm about to get these curls in, and matter of fact, I'm about to get them in right now before the day. It's like it's probably like 4 o'clock in the morning right now. I'm about to get them in early, and then go take a shower, do whatever I need to do. But the first thing I do, as soon as I open my eyes up, I prepare myself to drink a liter of water by filling that bottle up at night and sticking it next to the bed. No matter where, if I'm in the truck, if I'm in the hotel, if I'm at the house, whatever have you, I'm putting that liter right there, because boom, I don't know what it is, but it's like it sucks it in almost immediately. So then throughout the day, if I need a gallon, I got 3 or more of those. Now I would doing the bottles, but I found that it was a little too much, so now I just do 4 of the liters. 4 liters, that's a little over a gallon, and I just do it that way now. So again, I'm steadily, constantly tweaking some of the things that I do to kind of, always looking to improve it some kind of way. Pushing farther and then condensing it. Pushing farther, condensing it. Condensing it to make it more intense. So again, if I'm doing, for example, if I come back and I do the 10 sets of 100. Okay, and then after a while, you're gonna get used to that. So what I'll do, instead of waiting 2 minutes between each set, I might drop it down to 1.5 minutes, and then work with that, see how that goes, and then maybe drop it down to a minute, see how that goes, and then ultimately I may be able to get down to 30 seconds. You gotta have a rest, but I wouldn't do anything less than 30 seconds. But if I can get 10 sets of 100 squats, 30 seconds between each one, I can have them things done like that. And then I can start looking like, okay, not only am I doing squats, maybe I might do some sprints, or maybe I'll do something else cardio related. There's a bunch of other exercises that I can do that that are cardio related after a heavy leg workout. That's how I'm thinking, right? Don't know if it's gonna happen, but that's how I'm thinking. So with that, now you got the secret. It's really not a secret, but you just gotta tailor your workouts to where you see results. Now you got to be patient, because again, I've been at this 4 months. I've seen some improvements, but sometimes it doesn't happen as fast as you want it to. Now, what I can say is this: if you want it to happen faster, you got to focus on that diet more. You got to pull them sugars out. Pull them the more you can get the sugars out of there, the faster you're gonna get. If you can pull the bread out of there, because Arnold Schwarzenegger and them, they wouldn't eat no bread. I kind of like bread, right? Especially on my sandwich. Eat a breadless sandwich is kind of messy. Kind of like the bread. If you can cut that bread out, which I'm gonna try to cut more. I don't like to eat. I like to eat sandwiches, but because of the bread, I'm not eating them every day. So if you can cut some of those BS carbs out of there, that's gonna happen faster. So again, you need to push yourself in the exercise part of it. But you got to push yourself in the diet part. You don't have to be super restricted. You can eat you can eat what you want. Another thing I would recommend is like intermittent fasting. Like instead of eating breakfast, kind of skip it, eat lunch. Stop eating, at a reasonable time, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, something like that. That way when you wake up in the morning, wake up in the morning, you slept, 6, 7, 8 hours. You cut yourself off from food a couple hours before you went to sleep. So now you got them hours right there, and then you skip breakfast and wait till lunch. And then you can go and you do that, and then and continue that, right? That's gonna help. It's going to help because it gives your body a chance to do what it needs to do, with the stuff you ate yesterday. So, and burn a little bit more fat. So that's what I do. But the key of everything, if you don't do nothing else, if you don't do these squats, if you screw up the diet and you do nothing else, drink that water. I know it's hard. Like, I don't like water, but what's crazy is this: the more you drink water, the more you want to drink water. So once you get past over that hump, you're like, oh my God, I don't want to do it. Now drinking this liter is nothing. I used to cringe. I'm like, oh, I just don't like it. Whatever. I don't like how I feel. Whatever. But once you start drinking it, your body will start to say, you know what, this is pretty good. Because you're putting all the other stuff, you're putting them sugary coffees and all that stuff in there. You're drinking that in the morning, you don't drink no water. You're already starting off dehydrated, and you putting more stuff in your body that's going to dehydrate you. You got to, that's dehydration. That's because, when your body get dehydrated, you start to create mucus. I got asthma, so I notice that probably more than a lot of people. If you don't have asthma, maybe not. But if you constantly clearing your throat and all that, you're probably dehydrated. You probably need to drink some water. So with that, I'm done. Got the secret. So let's get after it. Let's step that thing up and get fit. Because in 2021, I'm trying to be on that South Beach, man. Like, subscribe, share the video to the fat people, because I'm fat too, but we gonna get skinny. Stay tuned. Not stay tuned, but till next time. There you go. All right, got you. Go.